Thank you for staying with us on Prime. This is The Sport. I'm Gary Al Smith. And our first story, the General Secretary of the Ghana Athletics Association, Bawa Fuseni, has lauded Ghanaian athletes who have put in impressive performances as they prepare for the international game season. Now, the events that you should be looking out for include the 2022 Commonwealth Games, the 13th Africa Games, and more, which are set to take place later this year and also next year, respectively. According to Bawa Fuseni, Ghana can make the nation proud at the global stage if the athletes get the necessary financial support.
Azamati, Joseph Polamwa traveled a bit longer than Azamati.
Okay.
Azamati, when he went to the World University Game, it seems in Spain or in Italy, that is where we saw him.
Okay.
Because for a very long time, Ghanaian student athletes were not running the 10 race. So he went and ran 10:37. That was something that we really opened our eyes. And so this guy is going to be another athlete for Ghana. So it was him and this guy athlete, Robert athlete, Gadayi. At that time, Gadayi was the fastest in Ghana.
Sure.
I'm a man local athlete. He was doing 10:46. So we added him to the local team, to the team to go to the African Games in Morocco. But when Azamati ran that time, we have to do the risk switching because we were looking for the best times. So that's where we saw Azamati. So when we came, we took Azamati to Niger, and he did so well. We added him to the African Games in Morocco. He outran a Nigerian who was a sub-10 runner.
Wow.
Divan.
Wow.
Because they saw his run and they said, no, if they want to beat Ghana in the 4x100, they have to beat Ghana at where Azamati is, the back straight.
Sure.
So they put their fastest athletes at the back straight, who was running at that time 9.86.
Wow.
And Azamati outran him.
Wow.
That is where the association realized, I know. And I said it on several platforms that Azamati will run 9.84. And I'm still standing by that. By the close of this year or before the Commonwealth Games or the African Games next year, Azamati will run 9.84. These athletes have gotten to where the state needs to support them just to go and pick the medals. They've gotten to where the state just needs to support them to go and pick the medals. Azamati 9.90. I mean, nobody in this world can say that this guy cannot win a medal. What they just need is that there's always a gap between their training and their performance. When they finish their NCCA competitions, at the end of May or the first week or second week in June, that is where their NCCA completes, the season completes. So what will they do between second week of June to the end of August? That is where we have the Olympic Games, if there's Olympic Game or the Commonwealth Game or the World Championship or the African Championship. So you realize that the time that they use in qualifying to these major competitions is always lesser than the time that they compete at this major competition because of that gap. So now what we need to do as a state, I'm using the word very careful, as a state, very careful, not the government, a state, that we need to support these athletes in that period between second week of June to the end of August. That is where their school competition ends. That is where they have to use their own money to go and enter competition, pay for the competition, take their travel allowances, their accommodation, and all, and pay their doctors and pay their coaches to go and compete. The Ghana state cannot allow these athletes to continue using their personal money to go and enter competition, to go and train on their own just to come and run for Ghana. It is high time now that the state of Ghana came out to support this athlete. What would they have done to secure support of the state? It's not the performance. And they have achieved the performance.
A rather long queue, but an important rallying call. And the Joy Sports team will be taking up this agenda in this month of May. So please get ready for us to be disturbed because this is very important. This is the first time in decades that Ghana has had athletes that are number 1, number 2, some number 4 and 5 in the world at the very same time. And as he said, all they need is for the state to give them a slight push and they'll be winning the gold medals. Anyway, let's go on to football. And 4 coaches have been nominated for the NASCO Coach of the Month Award for March. That's in the Ghana Premier League. Bicham United's FC's Kasim Mingil, House of Oak Samuel Boedu, Umar Abdul Rabi of Mediama, and Abdul Karim Zito have all been nominated. Now, Kasim Mingil played a total of 4 matches, won 2, drew 2 in March. Abdul Karim Zito, Samuel Boedu, and Umar Abdul Rabi all won 2 matches, drew 1, and lost 1 out of 4 matches as well. The winner will be announced on Friday. Karim Zito is, of course, of Dreams FC. And moving on to other things, this weekend was dominated by the news that the former captain of the Ghana national team, Asamoah Gyan, launched his much anticipated book at the Kempinski Hotel in Accra, titled Legendary, which is a play on words on his name and him being a legend. The book chronicles the life and career of Africa's leading goal scorer at the FIFA World Cup. Here are extended highlights of the event.
Thank you. We like amplifying negatives and suppressing positives. But this man here, especially in our meetings, when it came up for some of the controversial moments, and we asked him, Asa, do you want this in the book? Tronina! That's what he would say. Write everything. Because as you would see in the blurb, he says that he does not want your sympathy. He just wants his side of the story told, because it seems that for a long time, only one side of the story has been told. Congratulations on your book, Asamoah Gyan. Thank you. You just watched your documentary, or the documentary that was done for you, more accurately. How did you feel?
Before I speak, I would like to acknowledge my friends over there, those who are making my report.
It'd be like if you were talking.
If people don't know, when I played in Dubai, I lived in Dubai for 5 years. And I lived with them in the same house for 5 years. You know? So, yeah. So back to your question. I felt...
Hold on. You sure say you give them the fans finish?
I give them the fans. We'll continue at home. So,
at home, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So, yeah, watching this, like a surprise to me. The team have done an incredible job. They did everything behind me. I didn't know who they interviewed. When I was watching, got to a time I got emotional. You know, and I'm still very emotional right now, but yeah, at least people who know Asamoah Gyan don't really know the real Asamoah Gyan. You know, somebody see me as the outspoken type, you know, the more energetic type, but they don't know the emotional type. You know, so I felt very, very emotional, honestly, you know, watching myself all these years. Although I've been watching some videos about me, but, you know, the comments of great men of our land, you know, watching me through all these years, acknowledging what I've done, saying what they said about me, it made me very, very emotional. Sit down and ask myself, why? That hated part, you know, sometimes I ask myself questions. And then I came to understand that it comes with the territory. I put myself into this position. When I started, nobody knew who Asamoah Gyan was. It got to a time they knew it. And with the support of my brother, who I always mention, you know, I'm very emotional right now, but he is the key. He's the one behind my success. Sometimes criticisms and everything comes, people blame him for him being a bad influence or something, but they don't know what he has done behind the scene. I'm the one who knows it. And this is what makes the book very, very interesting. Right now, your question is, I have to answer your question. I would like to thank everybody who devoted their time, all the dignitaries around, my friends, my fans, my critics. I'm sure everybody is here. And of course, the man of the land is on his way coming. And he has done a lot, the former president, John Dramani Mahama. There is one minister who I loved so much. He was a former sports minister. Mr. Mahama Ayariga. He was a friend before becoming a minister, and I acknowledge what he has done for me personally. And our former minister, Mr. Yiti Mensah, sports minister, he has done a lot. And then everybody who came here to support me. And I would like to thank everybody for the love shown to me tonight. So next question.
Next question, he says. The next question. Now, after thanking everybody, we look at the book you've written. We have established that it is a trail-blazing document. Asa, if you didn't know, I put it to you that you have become, by this work, by this step, the first footballer in the great history of Ghana. Please give it up for him.
I am extremely humbled to be here today because today looks like our birthday. I am humbled because one special person has given me an opportunity to be part of this special day in the history of the Ghanaian sport. And this special person has ensured that at all times he is special. The man who has brought us here today, first best on the Ghanaian football scene way back in 2003. And I remember seeing him in the strips of Danzuma-based Liberty Professionals in so many games. The man who has brought us here today rose through the ranks and became Ghana's all-time top scorer, Africa's all-time at the Mondial, became the captain of Ghana, and Baby Jet became the general captain also of Ghana. This man is uniquely unique because he is not only a successful footballer, he doesn't only belong to the class called legends, he is a successful entrepreneur, he is a philanthropist, he helps not thousands, but millions of people.
I want to give a big congratulations to Captain Asamoah Gyan and his entire team for putting up such a show. Bravo and kudos. Before I go on with the citations, I think it's very important for him to start writing his own book. We went together to Abedi Pele, and Abedi Pele showed him that he wrote a book as well in the early 90s. So you are following suit in a very big manner. I also want to address that it's important to honor our legends with certain facilities to be named after them. Those who have won the African Cup for us 4 times, players need to be remembered. I remember that when you go to Ajax Amsterdam and you want to use, the WC, you see the name of Johan Cruyff. So every generation who comes will know who Johan Cruyff has been. So I believe it's also important to honor our legends whilst they are alive and kicking.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure, and it's a big honor for me to be able to say that the book, Legendary, the autobiography of Asamoah Gyan, duly launched.
Please do another big round of applause. Following the official launch, let the applause go, let the applause go. We're grateful to you, Your Excellency.
Let's go to Europe, to the Champions League, where Carlo Ancelotti has admitted that Real Madrid will have to gamble if they are to come from behind to beat Man City in the semi-final. Madrid trailed 4-3 after a thrilling first leg in Manchester last week as they look to pull off yet another comeback and to reach the club's first Champions League final since 2018. Right, so that's for tomorrow. Today though, Liverpool-Villarreal. Liverpool were unable to fly out of the blocks like they did last week. And guess what? It was Villarreal who got into a 2-goal lead. But Liverpool, being Liverpool, have won the match night and 5-2 on aggregate. Liverpool, inevitable, aren't they? Like Thanos. Anyway, that final will be in Paris. Will it be Liverpool versus Manchester City, an all-English affair? Or it will be Liverpool looking to get revenge against Real Madrid if that happens? We'll be bringing you updates of that tomorrow on Prime Sports. Thank you for your time today. I'm Gary Al Smith. Let's do some more chatting with the rest of the Joy Sports team in the following social media channels.